This woman is talking about how the gym is not a hookup spot. And before I get into it, you know what? Let's get into it, and then we'll share our thoughts afterwards. All right, let's get it.
Listen, not every trainer is banging their client. I know. That's so hard for you. I know. Let that sit in for a bit. Let it sit in. We'll wait. Okay, now that sit in, let's understand that yes, I know the gym gets a very negative rep and is a lot of hypersexual rhetoric that runs around gym culture. And I just really would love if people would stop that. And I get it, there are some really slimy people, people who prey on people's insecurities and they bang their clients, and people are just banging each other, and there's a lot of banging going on. I get it. However, let's highlight that some people really go to the gym because they want to make a positive effect on their life. They really want to lose weight. They want to reach their goals. They want to gain weight. They want to gain muscle. They want to learn form. They want to learn how to be more flexible. They want to be stronger. The gym is good for their mental health, all these positive things. And like, I just wish it was highlighted more instead of this whole sexual culture. Like, guys, let's stop being freaky for 1 second and let's get to the real root of why we go to the gym. Like, it's not that hard. And I just want us to do that. Like, God forbid somebody goes to the gym because they want to make their life better. Like, is that okay with y'all? Are y'all okay? Listen,
Yeah, definitely agree. Um, Listen, man, everybody has a reason to go to the gym. And I don't know what the hell she was doing in that video. Like, what is that? Like, what is she doing to her face? Anyway, everybody has a reason as to why they go to the gym. Some people go to actually get better and get in better shape. Other people go to kind of just buy time and, say they went, kind of just, you know, socialize, network, whatever. And then you have the ones that go there that's on the prowl, that's on the hunt. They want to get into some skins, right? Um, and you have trainers that do that. And if you guys don't know, I've been a trainer the last decade, worked in many gyms. And yeah, man, it's not a secret. It happens. Definitely clients and trainers definitely they will definitely cross that line. Sometimes it's on the trainer, sometimes it's on the client. And I've been in both situations um, early in my career. But as I gotten older, I've definitely swayed away from partaking in that activity. Even now, to the point where the gym I train at, I don't even really try to cross that line with anybody. That's not even, I don't even cross that line with people that are not my clients. Like girls at the gym, I don't even talk to for real. Like, yeah, we're cool. Like, we have a conversation here and there, but as far as me trying to holler at them and, you know, hang out with them outside the gym, I'm not even on that, bro. Cause as a trainer, you have to understand, man. Um, Even though this is the gym is still a social place, and it really doesn't seem like a work environment, it still is a work environment. You still work there, you know. This is still where you make your money at. So, and I've seen guys go down that route and mess up their money. I've seen guys go down that route and mess up other trainers' money because it happened to me. I was One time I was training a client, and after the session, she told me like, "Hey, Matt, can we train somewhere else?" I was like, "Why? Like, what's the problem?" She said, "Oh, one of the trainers that worked at the gym I was training her out of, they used to date, and it made her uncomfortable." So now I'm just like, damn. Now I got to find a new gym to train her at, and this I could potentially lose out on this person if she doesn't like the gym that I bring her to, or you know the situation of the gym, like because every gym has a different culture, every gym has a different pay structure. Some gyms are charge higher in rent. So I was like, damn, now I'm in a inconvenient situation where I have to find a new gym. I have to figure out how much that it's going to cost to bring her over there. And, so now it made issues for everybody, which is why to this day, I do not try to talk to anybody at the gym. At least I don't go past, I keep it at the gym. I never try to hang out with them. I don't try to take them on dates. I don't try to do any of that, bro. I keep everything where it's at. You do not want to shit where you eat. That is the number one thing as a trainer. If you guys are up and coming trainers, the best advice I can give you right now: never shit where you eat. I remember this was an event back in LA. I met Mike Rashid. If you guys don't know, Mike Rashid is he's one of the first fitness influencers that was on YouTube. You know, now he has a massive fitness empire. But I got to meet him at an event, and I was still fairly kind of not really new, but I just wanted to pick his brain with certain things. I was just like, I asked him a few questions. I was just like, hey, what are some things that you see trainers do that can stop them from success? And he was just like, yo, don't fuck your clients and don't fuck nobody else's clients. And I was like, oh shit, okay, that makes sense. Because now you get a situation like me where if you're a trainer that's smashing somebody else's client and it goes bad, now that client might not want to work out there anymore. So now that's going to fuck up your money. And now you have to figure something else out. So you never want to get yourself in a situation where it's going to cost you money. It's already hard enough to be an independent trainer. You don't want to make it harder for yourself. So the best thing you can do is to remain clean, keep everything professional. Because the last thing you want to do, man, is go to work and think that, damn, I hope this person ain't there. That's the last thing you want to. You want to go to work knowing that you're good. There's no drama. You don't have any drama. Nobody is questioning you about nothing. You just want to go to work and work, man. Everything else, you can find women outside the gym. It really isn't that hard. You don't need to go to the gym to find women. So I'll tell any trainer that, man, actually go to the gym and train. Train, be sociable, be friendly, but keep it at that. Do not try to take it outside of that, because that's where the issues lie. So that's what I can say about that, man. Guys have to really be careful in those situations. I've seen guys lose their jobs over this shit, man, where girls have reported the trainer because of, it ended bad, right? So I've seen that happen as well. So you guys have to be very careful, man. The gym is a very touchy place. It's a very hypersexualized place. We understand that people are grunting, moaning, thrusting. It's a lot of hypersexual movement. So yes, you're gonna have hypersexual activity in the gym. But as a trainer, as a coach, you have to be remain professional at all times, even if you're being propositioned with it, man. You still want to be professional. The last thing you want to do is get caught in a situation where it can cost you your job or your money.